name is Megan Hunewill, and we are here at the Hunewill Ranch, which is my family's ranch, which has been in our family for 151 years this year. It was started in 1861 by my great-great-grandfather, Napoleon Bonaparte Hunewill. My brother, sister, and I are the 5th generation here at the ranch, and our children are the 6th generation running this family ranch. We're a working cattle ranch, but we're a guest ranch. So what that means is that people come here to have a true ranch experience.
8 years ago, we're looking for something to do with our grandsons, and we went on the internet and we found a place called Hunewill Ranch. And we came up here for 5 days, right guys? To see if we'd like it, because none of us had ever ridden horses before. By the time we left, we had to sign up for the next year at the same week for a whole week, and this is our 8th year.
My grandparents came here, I want to say in the late 50s, early 60s, and fell in love with the place.
Our family's been coming for 46 years, and that's a heck of a long time. These kids have grown up here, and it's really a part of our lives.
This is our first time at Hunewill, and it's been one of those life-changing experiences.
My grandmother, Lenore Hunewill, she had the idea to start the guest ranch during the Depression.
They started taking guests in '31, and they did it to save the ranch because the Depression had come along, cattle prices had tanked, and they were threatened with losing the ranch.
Beef was 3 cents a pound and they couldn't pay the taxes on the ranch. So my grandmother, Lenore, said, you know, this is a beautiful place. She always felt that people just would want to come here and experience a ranch lifestyle and be part of the family, and that's what we've tried to maintain. People always arrive on a Saturday for our normal weeks, and we do an orientation where the first night that people arrive, so we go over just basic horseback riding so that people can be thinking about it before they get on a horse the next day, what we wear, what we expect, and they look and they find out what horse they're going to be on for the week.
When you first get here, they're really nice about introducing you to it and helping you get started with the horses.
And if you've never ridden before, you get introduced to how to ride.
So guests are assigned a horse for the week based on their height and weight and riding experience. This first day of riding, Sunday, it's a get used to your horse day. It's an orientation. We make sure that everyone's matched well with the horse that they're on. We do a little trial in the wrangle pasture for our intermediate and advanced riders. And our beginning riders just start right in the yard with some basic tips, and then they go out and practice basic riding skills. For our more advanced or intermediate type riders, then we go out and it's all walking on Sunday. We just get used to our horses, but we cover a little more country and have a little less instruction for those riders who have more experience. Then we have a cookout on Sunday night. As the week progresses, the riding gets a little bit more advanced every day. Depending on your level, we'll start trotting and loping with the buckaroos, which is what we call our beginning group. And then the intermediate and the advanced, of course, they start loping. And the lopes get longer, more progressive. If you're really comfortable, we'll start jumping ditches and really, getting out and seeing a lot of this beautiful Bridgeport Valley.
My first time being able to go on the buckaroo ride, and I was 5, and I was really young, and my feet barely went over the saddle pad, but it was still really fun.
My favorite thing is probably loping through the meadows.
One of the special things about the Bridgeport Valley is that it's big, wide open meadows. We're able to ride in those thousands and thousands of acres of green, wide open meadows. Many places where you ride in other parts of the country, you're limited by the terrain in that it's trails and you have to be nose to tail. In these big wide open meadows, we seldom ride nose to tail, so it's kind of fun for us to be able to take our guests out in groups and ride across those meadows, lope across those meadows.
We got to go on a ride, and it was just me and a couple of other people, like her and a couple other friends, and we just went galloping through meadows, and it was just so really fun.
The ability to ride across these pastures, in an organized group, but none of these single file trail rides.
The riding, I think, is hard to beat for that reason. A typical day at the ranch, we start out with breakfast in the morning, and a family-style breakfast, and then rides at 9 o'clock, lunch at 12:15, and then another afternoon ride at 2 o'clock, and then evening meal at 6:15. For evening activities, we do roping and bingo.
Oh, 65.
And then Tuesday nights are square dance night. Then on Wednesday, we have a hayride with our team of Percherons. And then a campfire where we sing campfire songs and make s'mores. Then on Thursday nights, our talent night, and it's amazing the kind of talent that people bring to the ranch. Just all kinds of poetry, singing, and it's a fun evening that we share.
These are the things you don't say to your wife.
Friday night, we have then a kind of a farewell barbecue here at the ranch. Have steaks.
It's been fabulous.
Everybody just kind of sits around and chats about the week and all the fun that they had, getting to know their horse and riding and the different guests that they've shared the week with. One of the great things about coming here is, of course, 3 meals a day are prepared for you by our excellent ranch cooks who prepare hearty meals. I often hear a lot of moms that are happy that they don't have to cook any meals while they're on this vacation here at the ranch. Most of our cabins are 2 adjoining rooms with 2 bathrooms and a front porch where people can sit out in the evenings and enjoy the Sierra Mountain air, watch their kids playing on the lawn. And I think people will really appreciate, even though we don't have any TVs in our room, which actually is a bonus. People are glad their kids aren't in watching TV. They're out playing with other kids and interacting in all kinds of ways with the friends that they make here during the week.
Good job.
It's amazing to watch kids as they learn how to ride here, because of course kids just pick it up so quickly, and they ride with our kids wrangler, our buckaroo wrangler. They start out the week and they've never trotted before, and by the end of the week they're loping, they're comfortable with their horse, they're in love with their horse, and they're ready to take them home in the trunk of their car. And just in the evenings here, it's kind of a free place for kids to be, because parents don't necessarily have to watch their kids all the time. They can play on the quad with other kids. Year after year, I get requests from people who want the same horse back the next year. Ask about that horse, send emails to that horse, look for it on Facebook. Now that we have Facebook, now they'll look for pictures of their horse. One of the really wonderful things that we experience here at the Hunewill Ranch is our personal relationships, I think, with many of our guests. So many of them become our friends. We've known multiple generations of families who continue to come back here and share their vacation time with us. My grandmother was a really amazing person in that she had this vision of what this guest ranch could mean to people. She knew every guest by name, and she knew their family history, and she was glad to see them year after year. And I think she always felt like the guests that came here were part of her family, and I think that we feel that way. And that's really her legacy to us, and that she tried to instill that in my brother and my sister and I, that was really a gift that we could give, is to share this beautiful place.
With the combination of the family experience and the fact that this is really a working cattle ranch. It's not some resort where you go to play golf and look at a horse every now and then. It's really it's the real thing. We could never find that anywhere else, and that's what makes this such an amazing place.
Didn't you say you were going to bring your grandkids here when you got old? So yeah.
You really get to connect with the other people here, and if your family's here, you connect with them.
I like just being here, meeting new people, and you make lots of friendships.
And the fact that this family would really open up their home and their ranch and their hearts to people from all over the country to say, come and see what this is like. It's an amazing gift, and there's not a lot of families who could do this, and the Hunnewells do it like nobody else.